Arsenal have started their Premier League campaign with a win against Manchester United at Old Trafford. While the win is absolutely massive, there are a lot of question marks on the way Arsenal performed. While on the other hand, Manchester United new forwards. Even though Manchester United lost the game, there were a lot of good things to take away from it. Let's break down the game and see how it went. First of all, do not let anybody belittle this win from Arsenal. In the whole of the Premier League campaign, Arsenal have only won 6 times at Old Trafford. This has been a ground that we have not performed well. At times, we have performed well and still came back with a draw or we lost the game. So, if you tell any Arsenal fan that would you take a stinky performance but the 3 points at Old Trafford, or would you like to play some fabulous football but still come back defeated? I think you know the answer for sure. Most of the Arsenal fans would have taken 3 points all day. And I think it's the same for Manchester United or any other team as well. This is a very tough ground to go, and to get all the 3 points is massive. Now, even though United were off from throughout the whole of last season, where they finished 15th, they had a very good preseason. They got some of the players like Cunha, Buemo quite early. They were undefeated in preseason game, and any teams who has their opening game at their home, they typically have an advantage because the season is just ticking off and you have the whole crowd to support you, and for the home team there are a lot of points to prove as well. So all in all, what I'm saying is this was a very hard opening fixture for Arsenal and the result is absolutely incredible. But what about the performance? Should we forget about the performance and the way that we played? No, absolutely not. We are in phase 6 of our trust the process, and the performance that we showed at Old Trafford is highly questionable. Even though we have got now one of the best strikers in Europe in Gyökeres, but it seems that we don't even know how to play with a proper number 9. He was just feeding on scraps. We hardly created any chance for him. Whether it be Odegaard, whether it be Saka, Martinelli, or Noni, none of them made any contribution that could have helped Gyökeres score a goal. Now, this is not to hide away that when Gyökeres did get the ball, he was not pulling up any trees as well. But playing your first game at Old Trafford against your former manager, I think things would have got into his mind, which would have not helped him. The only reason that we got out with the 3 points was because of our incredible defense and our goalkeeping. Raya was absolutely fabulous. That save from Cunha, I really thought that it was going to hit the net. But small fingertip save just to parry the ball away with defensive masterclass from Gabriel and Saliba in making sure that we don't break. And to be honest, I was really happy about Calafiori's performance as well, because we all know that he is good with the ball going forward, but his defensive abilities are still questionable. But I think he played pretty well. He was the one who gave us the winner. He was the one who was getting inverted in trying to help Zubimendi in the midfield. In trying to do so, he did leave a lot of gaps for Buemo, who was able to counter it. But I think since we have Saliba and Gabriel, two of the best centre backs in the league, we were able to handle that. We still have a couple of weeks in transfer market to go. And we know that the main problem that Arsenal are facing is not in their defense, not in the keeper, but in our attacking prospect. Our attack is just not flourishing. Martinelli, I think it's high time that we let go of the thought that he will come back to his 2022-2023 Martinelli. That is just not going to happen. Trossard doesn't have the pace anymore. He is a good player to be brought on as a substitute, but not as a starter. And Saka, if he is having a bad day, our whole attack looks toothless. Martin Odegaard, even though he had a few good glimpses, he really needs to start understanding when to release the ball, when to have a quick transition, when to put a through ball as quickly as possible. Because there were a lot of time when the players were making the runs, but Odegaard was trying to keep the ball with him and trying to delay the final release of the ball. And that didn't help Arsenal in the transition. But I will take a scrappy 1-0 win at Old Trafford any day. However, I do want Arsenal to go in the transfer market with a couple of weeks left and get in a left winger and a central attacking midfielder, because we need them desperately. The current options we have are not the answer. And if we are going to rely on our current options, the season is going to be very long. And our chances of winning any silverware, leave the major ones, even Carabao Cup or FA Cup, are going to be very slim. Now let's talk about Manchester United. Manchester United played really well. They were up for the game, and it was not the Manchester United of last season. They have got some new exciting players in Buemo, who is one of the best right wingers, in Cunha, who is one of the best left wingers, and they both are Premier League proven. I was sure that they were going to cause Arsenal problems. And since the fullbacks of Arsenal invert, that was leaving a lot of gap for Casemiro or Bruno to pin a long ball to Buemo quickly. And what I really loved about Manchester United was their transition. We have been talking a lot about Amorim's ball. What is Amorim ball? When are we really going to see it? But I think yesterday we got a lot of glimpses on what he really wants to do. With now he finally having both the wingers who can help them play this formation, along with Sesko, a proper number 9. I think we are going to see a far better play from Manchester United this season. Every time Manchester United got the ball, they did not delay it with side passing. They were trying to pin the ball quickly to either to Cunha, either to Buemo, or to Bruno Fernandes in order to make those quick transitions, and if they get a chance to either play to the wing or through the lines. And if you saw the game, these things caused Arsenal a lot of problems in the first half. It was just that even though they played brilliantly, they were not able to break Arsenal. But that should not take away the effort and the performance they had on the pitch. Because if you see, Arsenal had the best defense for the last 2 seasons, with David Raya being the Golden Glove winner and Arsenal defense one of the best defense in the league. So it was not going to be easy. And I personally feel that Manchester United players should keep their head high because they literally dominated the game in every aspect, in terms of position, in terms of passes, in terms of dribbling abilities, in terms of duels won. The only thing and the most crucial thing was the goal that they couldn't get, but their performance should be appreciated because they have come miles forward from the last season. And if I'm being completely honest, they should have at least got a point out of that game, if not win the game. But unfortunately for United, none of that happened because they were not able to break it. And a jammy goal from Arsenal against set piece got Arsenal the winner. But I think they should take a lot of encouragement from the performance they had. And in no way or form I'm saying that I'm not happy with the film. I'm absolutely delighted for Arsenal that this was a tough fixture to go in the opening day and we have come back with all the 3 points. Because you could already see that the players are a bit off. They are not fit or they are not ready with the pace of the game. And I think that will come in the couple of games, and I think where the players will find their rhythm again and things will start flowing. But the only thing for Arsenal that I'm concerned about is how do we fix our attack? I do understand that the next game that we play with Leeds United, we might be able to create more open play chances and we might score more goals. But I think it's these tough games where I really want Arsenal to break through their defenses, break through opponent defenses, create more chances. Let's see, there's still a couple of weeks to go in the transfer market. Let's see if anything happens. The other thing that I wanted to share was for both Arsenal fans and for Manchester United fans. You will see on Twitter or on any other social media platform where people will start trolling Gyökeres or Sesko. And I think for the Arsenal fans, I really want you to stand behind your striker, that is Gyökeres. Don't let all that 001, 002, all that nonsense get into your head. Support your striker because he will come through. It might take him a couple of weeks, but he will definitely come through. And I want to say the same for Manchester United fans and request them to support Sesko as well, irrespective of the banter that the other rival fans will be throwing at them. And hopefully both of them have a good season. But that was the video then and there. Do let me know your thoughts on the game. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe as this helps your brother and the channel grow. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.